Welcome to Atlantic Beach. We will drive along the beach. Everything to the right is Neptune Beach, but to the left is Atlantic Beach. It is a place where you can be. My realtor, just my Welcome to Atlantic Beach, Florida. Very quiet beach town. Beach town. Yeah, along the coast. Where we do the most. Well, we drive around in boats, and tourists from Canada float. Some of them sunbathing thongs. Most of us just get along. We enjoy the beach and palm trees too. You can drive around and enjoy the things we do. But when you come to my state, please recognize. Off my white woman, please keep your eyes off and peeled away. Because people in Florida are down to go to jail today. A man at the Naples Pier was known to stare. A gangster dude was right there and said, "That's my woman, don't touch her. You're looking at my girl." He pulled out a shank, a piece from his arm, and everybody in the pier started to run. The cops came and they knew the guy. He was very familiar to law enforcement. It wasn't the first time that they dealt with him. He was arrested once again, where he was locked up in a cell, probably with his friend. And back again he was in the same cell he had been before. This time for defending his honor. Should I say more? I'll let this white woman pass. I'm not in a rush. She looks like she'll lose some weight and impress her crush. There she goes along the beach. Will she'll stop and breathe? Who knows? Along the beach where people go. Raising the prices on rental properties and ARBs or A&Bs. I don't know what they called. They're not impressing me. People make investments along the coast. Try to jack up the prices to get the most. Will they gain or will they lose? Will the banks be the ones to bruise their self-esteem when the tourists disappear? And now there's no one to pay for the beach and the pier. And all the customers disappear, and poverty will soon appear, and the entire state of Florida will disappear. I love poetry and making rhymes. We're outside of Jacksonville where people commit the crimes. But along the beach is a different world. People stroll peacefully in the shade of the sun. Blue skies above, palm trees as well. It's hard to believe that not too far away is Jacksonville, where people keep it real out in the streets. Barbecue's pretty good. People come in fleets to get a taste of this Florida life. Most of them will carry a knife, but they don't know that's not enough. People come and people puff the smoke in the air and enjoy themselves, unaware that they could end up in a wheelchair. Not by a shooting or some type of crime, but by some old people that don't know how to drive. Florida's beautiful, yes indeed. Where else could you be? We're on the ground, real low, like a centipede. Crawling slowly, we'll enjoy the place we'll be. But you will not live here if you have poverty. These real estate prices are steep indeed. I feel romantic deep inside, like my white woman is about to oblige. But deep inside we all know the truth. She's only here to take the loot. And I'm okay with that. I make a lot of that. Enjoy life. I don't need to ask anyone for crap. I do my own. I come to Florida and sit on the beach in these white sands and stare at the blue skies till I get a tan. I see girls on the beach, most of them are a 10. And I see some that are so ugly, their own man won't attend to their needs. possibilities are endless when you come to the state where the sunshine's never ending. Where people come because it's very trending. Where life is never ending. Because even after you're dead in the sunshine state, you'll disintegrate into a better state. Because at the end of the day, the sand will swallow you. Ohio fans, how dare you? Now it's a one-way heading this way. But this guy with the caterpillar has other plans. He's blocked the roads and even a van. I must approach with caution now. I will not hit this curb in doubt. If I hit them, I'll do a hit and run. I have no plans to stop. I'm unstoppable. Like crime. This is very quiet here. Makes you want to sit on the porch and drink a beer. Or close the blinds and disappear. Open them back up again to see the sky so clear. Yes, in fact, you'll enjoy the life. Beaches. Beautiful skies. Drive around in a Silverado. In an old Silverado. I can't think of a word that rhymes with Silverado. Does anything rhyme with Silverado? I don't think so. Here we go. Very quiet, peaceful place. Happiness is in people's face. They're not concerned about an evil place. They live in peace and enjoy the pace that's slow and quiet and sometimes easygoing. Near the beach where the breeze is blowing. Not even sure where the crap I'm going. People with box trucks are very annoying. They block the road and now I'm driving the wrong way. And I'll get flicked off by some guy in a work van about half a block away. But I'm not really worried about their anger. You cannot make me sad. I'm always happy, even though I look very sad. I go to these beach towns and drive around endlessly with no direction. I could be back at the hotel with a good expectation. Enjoying life. Beautiful light in my face. Fire trucks. I'm really getting the crap out of the way. Did I do it? I don't know if he's going through an emergency or what, but these roads are narrow. Yes, they are. This fire truck will rescue someone who's struggling of illness to the heart, but not because they're brokenhearted or because in 3 years they haven't farted and now they're constipated with feelings inside, but because they ate so much barbecue that they're filled inside. And now all the years of abuse and ribs have come to haunt this person in the place they live, where their heart will explode and they cannot go anymore and they will die from morbid obesity. A heart attack is the common. No, please don't tell me so, that all this soda that I've been eating is bad for me. And obviously when the paramedics came, they looked at his belly and understood that this man had been eating way more than he should. But he didn't notice. He said, "What's wrong?" They looked at him and said, "Well, you're probably gonna die from a heart attack. We'll do the best we can to save you, but looks like you're not gonna make the effort to save yourself. It seems like you'll die and be put away in a shelf." He said, "Please, paramedics, help me live. I promise I'll never touch another pizza box or another rib." And they looked at him knowing he was lying and glazed at him. They're already frying. "Something else for you to eat? I don't believe the truth in what you speak. You look like you'll be at the barbecue place within a week." He said, "Please help me. Don't give up on me." They said, "Sir, you've given up on yourself a long time ago. There's people we could save who really want to live, but all you want to do is sit down and eat a box of ribs." He said, "Please do whatever it is you do, and I promise you'll never see me at a drive-thru. They understood this man was lying, and he would be at the rib place frying and eating, and soon again that they would be having to unclog his heart and veins, because he would not really care about his heart pain. He would continue to eat and chow down on ribs, barbecue wings, and everything that lives has been fried and eaten by this man. Everything from a cat at a Chinese place. He thought it was chicken, and he knew the taste wasn't quite right, but it came with a good side of white rice. The price was right, so he ate that too. And now there's a missing cat, and no one knows where it went. The Chinese man that cooked and went and sold it to him in a dish and flare, and now people want to stop and stare at a man with a belly in his underwear outside on a curb, getting hauled away in an electric chair, put into an ambulance. All the neighbors stopped and glanced, and they already knew why he was being hauled away, because he was having the pizza people come out every day to his home with a box or two, and they knew he lived alone, but the portion he was eating was more than two. So what on earth could this man do? A scrapper came along and said, "You're getting fat, dude." He said, "Look, man, don't judge me by what I eat. I like the ribs, and I like to eat. Enjoy my life while it lasts. It'll be short, but in between that time, I'll have a prime rib, or maybe a short rib, or any other type of rib. I'll eat anything I can. Forget about a quart, I want a whole trash can. And yes, I understand that my weight's been gaining and pounds been gaining, and I understand that one day a heart attack will be looking for me, man. But in between that time period and now, I'll be like a tiger on the prowl, looking for my next meal, picking out which fast food joint has a good deal. I'm talking about 12 packs. I'm talking boxes. I'm talking eating so much food that people think it's toxic. I'm talking about gaining weight till you get obese. Eating so much the restaurant considered offering me a lease. One time I went to a place and ate so much they called the police. I'll eat anything, from a goose to an egg. I'll put it all in a salad, and then I'll spread mayo on top of that and eat it all at once. I went to the restaurant and said, "I'm broke, can you give me a front?" They looked at me like, "Son, you're our #1 customer, of course we will. You eat so much, we want you to put some of that blubber on the will. Because it's worth a lot when you've passed away. You spent millions on dollars of foods and plates, and now you're dead. What can we do with all that? My belly is like my bank account, I put a lot of money in it. And now that I'm dead, nobody wants to see it. But it is my biggest contribution to society, keeping restaurants and grocery stores alive and away from poverty. Now look, I'm not healthy and athletic like a German Shepherd, but I'll eat anything from a shepherd's pie, even a shepherd. I know that sounds wrong, but I've been hungry, and I won't wait long. Between meals of mine, there's only a short span, because I want to eat some more, man. I can rhyme endlessly, yes I could. Poetically, I do exactly as I should. I'm not afraid of gaining a few pounds, and along the way, getting a few frowns from people who don't like me on the beach because I'm wearing a thong and walking around without a shirt. So what if I don't look like a model, sir? I'm a little fat, and that's absurd, but nonetheless, I like to wear less. Woman is something I won't impress. And I'm also getting a bald spot in the center of my head. I'm really concerned about what I should do next with my life. Should I continue to eat till there's pain on my feet from dragging around all the things I eat? When it comes time to haul me away after I'm done with life, they'll need a whole fleet to haul me off. But before they put me on ice and call it a day, I want you to know that I ordered fast food. through Grubhub today, and they're on their way, so somebody will have to pay. Even though the paramedics are on the way, somebody will have to pick up that bill today. Because life keeps going, despite the fact that you keep eating and getting fat. KFC is a place I've ventured. Let's not forget all the adventures at Cece's Pizza and Chinese buffets. A lot of places that I've eaten are along the way. Subway footlongs are not enough. At Popeyes, they've said, "Sir, you look like you've had enough." I got kicked out of a buffet. It wasn't good for them. I got a big frown from the owner, the Chinese man. He said, "Sir, this is a business, not a charity. You've eaten so much that we can make a parody." And I said, "Sir, it's not what it appears to be. I know this extra pound affects my masculinity." The Chinese man said, "Sir, no more. You've eaten too much. You need to go home." I said, "Please, let me get another steak. I paid for all you can eat. I deserve more." They all started staring and said, "Sir, you've eaten so much that it's absurd." Atlantic Beach has made me rhyme. My rhymes are so bad that people have cried and wondered how the crap I could possibly consider myself a poet with crappy lyrics and rhymes that never end. Yes, there you go, guys. 16 minutes of rhyming non-stop about a man who ate too much pork chop. And now the paramedics are outside his doorstep, but he hasn't finished eating his flour batch yet. So he's decided that yes, indeed, this time the paramedics were too late. On the floor he laid with a donut in his hand while they're knocking on the door saying, "Is this the right place, man?" But he couldn't reply because in a few seconds he would soon die. But he lived a good life, eating nothing but white bread. He never touched rye. He never had anything baked. Everything he ate was fried. Happy as he could be with his life decisions, he ate so much he could make an incision on the ground he walked, a dent he made. At the treadmill, he never paid. And now it's too late. His family knew exactly when the phone call came what it was about. They knew that the restaurant's business and economy would be in a cloud, and they would suffer greatly at the loss of just a good customer that never failed to order extra stuff, and he prevailed at eating food and nothing more. His family would then adore the fact that he had so many pots and pans that they could distribute throughout everyone who would ignore this man. But now he's dead, and they've looked in his closet and found his biggest secret, man. That despite the fact he ate out so much, he had a lot of food at home too, man. Beautiful. Just beautiful lyrics. Just beautiful. Poetic. Beautiful. Artistic. Beautiful. Excelente. Not everybody can rhyme like that. It's a gift I was born with. And I haven't even had a shot of rum. Take a shot of rum. Yes. Oh, this guy left right here. But he's driving the other way. Well, I don't know if I can back up into there. There we go. There's a bucket top. Alright, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this retarded video of me rhyming about people who... It's a real story, man. Real story. I'm gonna hit this palm tree. There it is. Alright. Remember, there's only one ocean. And if you eat enough food, it's like a potion that will entangle you to your very own death. So consider a salad something healthy that's good for your body. Because if you continue to eat fatty stuff like what's in front of you right now, you will end up very sad in the middle of a crowd saying he was a good man, He ate a lot of chicken, cheese, and lamb. But then your family will also understand the reason you died is because you ate too much ham.